Welcome back. Joining me now is local romance author Tanvier Peart. Hi, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start off by talking about your literary journey and how you got started with writing books.
Yeah, well, long story short, it came from therapy. So
Love that.
My day job is in public policy, just being an advocate. And it was around 2020 with the uprisings that I started to go to therapy because I was an empath and just around so many folks who were in the trenches. And thankfully, I had a Black woman therapist who, in many words, said, "Sis, you need to heal yourself." And so I said, okay, I'll start reading. And she was like, great, but I want you to put the autobiographies and all of the heavy things down and find something that gives you joy. And it turned out to be romance books. So fast forward to January 2021, I was finishing my master's in public policy, and I had a random idea in my head that turned into The 7-Month Itch.
Okay, let's talk about, this is your book, The 7-Month Itch. Tell me what it's about.
So it is a second chance romance. It is a roller coaster of shenanigans. And the story follows Justice and Terrence, who were college. They were a college couple, hot and heavy. Things started happening the last few years into their marriage where she decided she had enough. So she packed her bags, moved out. And during the 7 months that they've been separated, they haven't seen, heard, or spoken to each other. Her best friend, Emma, and her always coordinate a girls' trip. And Emma, I'll keep it clean for daytime TV, is a lady who doesn't mind being in the streets. And so
she's like Samantha from Sex and the City.
With a little bit of Tony Childs from Girlfriends.
Okay,
So yes.
love it, love it.
And so they embark on a girls' trip, which turns out, surprise, to be a singles retreat. That surprise, her future ex-husband is there as well.
Oh my goodness, this is juicy. I love it.
It is a little juicy.
Let's talk about what inspired you to write this.
I saw a commercial for a Hallmark winter video, like they had their winter lineup, and I think I looked at my husband and was like, you know, what would happen if we separated? Would we be able to reconcile? And I saw like this wonderful winter snowy wonderland, and that's honestly where it came from, just randomness in my head.
Now, like you mentioned, you're married. Do you put a little bit of your life in the book at all?
Yes. So there are elements of justice that are the quirky parts of me, and then there are elements of the male main character, Terrence, that are quirky parts of my husband, and maybe some other folks from real life, but I will spare them their activities.
Always fun when you take parts of your life and put it in, and your circle has to figure out which one of these is a little bit inspired by me. It's very cool. So who is this book geared towards, would you say?
So I would say that this book is geared towards fellow PTA moms who are tired and want an escape, folks who love a little bit of drama and not just like a straight linear romance book, and folks who like spice. I will probably be redacting pages for my mom to read it. So just a caution to folks that there are some spicy moments in this book.
Okay, so if you have a book club with your mom, maybe you skip over those parts.
Yes. My dad already bought 15 copies, and I told him, please just give them to people. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but don't read them.
Yes, we can skip over some chapters.
But we're seeing pictures of, it looks like, book signings and events with people reading your book. So what has the response been? Yeah,
well, shout out to Book Talk Buffalo. They're a local group that do a subscription and have a book club. And they came to my cover reveal party when nobody knows me and people still don't know me. Last week, I was very fortunate to go on a mini book tour to the Rip Bodice in Brooklyn, and also Second Chance Romance bookstore in Oklahoma City. And it's been really, really nice. So I'm also on TikTok with the shenanigans, and folks see me there. And it's still surreal to know that I have a book out here that people are like, oh yeah, I picked it up. And I'm like, well, how'd you know about it? But thank you.
No, it's such a cool moment to see people actually loving and appreciating your work, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm very grateful.
And I love the juxtaposition. You have this like real public policy advocacy job, and then over here you're writing like a romance novel.
Yes, we actually got a bill signed into law, the Fair Access to Victim Compensation Act, back in December. So by day, I focus on policy, and by night, romance shenanigans.
Is there another book that will be coming? Are you satisfied, or do you want more? What's next for you?
There's actually going to be 2 more coming out this year. The next one is with beta readers. It goes to Chocolate City in DC. It's a divorce rom-com about a woman who is mom of 2, husband cheating. She separates and maybe ends up in the same, I don't want to say bed, but maybe bed as like her best friend's younger brother who comes from home. So again, there's some
drama. There's some spice.
Yes,
I love it.
yes.
And it's like a Real Housewives.
Yes. Well, I mean, they'll be close to Potomac. And then there will be Miles Apart, which is the second book in this Chance at Love series, which will come out in the fall.
Well, congratulations for taking a chance, writing on it, taking what you're going through and making something beautiful out of it. And good luck with your continued success in your career.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in. Listen, you can find her book through Amazon and other book retailers. Be sure to check her out on social media to keep up to date on her writing journey at Tanvier Writes. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you so much.